Hi guys, welcome back to Session Skate Sim. As with all the games I record the most, it's been several weeks since I played this. I'm not really sure why why there are always such long gaps. I guess usually I record videos several at a time, like in a few hour sessions. No pun intended. Because oftentimes it's not that easy to find enough time to record, and I like to be in a certain mindset before I start recording, and with both of us working from home, it's not always easy to have a few hours of totally quiet time. And while I am, no, to rephrase, during the day there are, I can get some recording in, but then there's traffic noise and stuff to deal with. And at night, it's a bit more rare for me to actually feel like staying up and recording a few videos. Because my sleep rhythm, whatever it's called, gets disrupted pretty easily if I stay up late a few nights a week, and then I try to go to bed on normal hours, and then I can't because I'm used to staying up. I'm not sure where I was going with this train of thought. All this to say that I have been playing Session for some time. I hope you can tell that I've gotten a bit more fluid. He says while not landing a simple trick. I have played Session for some time now. But it's been a while since I last played, is all I mean to say. Because I've been caught up with other games. Primarily Plague Tale: Innocence, of which I did a reading video last week, which might be 2 weeks ago by the time this video gets published. Because I was too caught up in trying to get the platinum for that game. And after that, I immediately jumped into Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, which, I mean, I assume you've at least heard of. Unlike myself, because I didn't know it existed until a few weeks ago. And it's very good, to say the least. It's in many ways like Dark Souls. And I suppose also like Sekiro, although I've never played that one. And I've played very little Dark Souls either way. But I'm more familiar with how Dark Souls games work. Or Soulsborne games, I should say. I'm not sure about Sekiro, like if it has the same kind of campfire mechanics. But yeah, Fallen Order is very much like that, with campfires to save at and upgrade skills. Enemies that respawn after you save or after you rest. It was a bit wonky, but kinda cool in a weird way, or weird in a cool way. It's like a nose bonk without the front foot on. I don't usually do feebles, quite frankly, because I'm not very good at them. But yeah, as I was saying, if you haven't played Fallen Order, I can highly recommend it, especially if you like more challenging games, which I sometimes do. But I will say that I'm very glad there are other difficulty settings. Because there's story, which is obviously the lowest setting. And then Jedi Knight, which is, I guess, comparable to easy. And Jedi Master, Jedi... Oh, I forget. I think it's Jedi Master, which is allegedly the way it's meant to be played, and it's the most balanced and whatnot. And then I forget the name, but it's, I think, Jedi Grandmaster. And ambitiously I started on Master because I've played Elden Ring for quite a while, still haven't finished it, and definitely planning to get back to it sooner rather than later. But I thought since I like the difficulty in that game, I will like the Master difficulty. But pretty soon I had to lower it to Knight, because I just wasn't really having fun with it, and it's too... I don't even know how to describe it, but it's not unfairly difficult, but I just wasn't willing to suffer and, you know, to deal with the struggles. Especially since it's much more of a cinematic game than, in my opinion, any Soulsborne game. Because those games for me are really all about the gameplay and not so much about the story. Unlike Jedi, which is much more of a story-driven game with a Soulsborne play style, I suppose. And it just, the challenge for me took away from the story experience. It's kind of weird. Like, it did the laser flip, or no, varial heal, and then it stopped rotating but still did another flip. I'm not sure how to not make it look like that. Interesting. And actually, I do plan to do a reading video, or maybe a few, of Jedi Fallen Order. There is quite a lot of like lore, excuse me, quite a lot of lore stuff. And like data entries, I suppose. Okay. For once, let's try to do something not totally random. No. I want to get into a nose grind. No. and I'm very close to finishing Jedi. I feel like I'm at the final boss battle. But I haven't had the time to actually finish it. Because I've been... Or I guess I should start by saying that I don't really like to finish the story of a game and then go back to it and try to collect everything. Because there is quite a bit to collect, or it's mostly just cosmetic stuff, which is kind of pointless. That's what I like to do in games, is just tick all the boxes. And I've been trying to do that while I progress through the story, just so I don't have to complete everything afterwards. I think I should side pop more, but it's a bit tricky in a manual. Kinda works though. Oh. Not sure what happens. I feel like this shouldn't be this difficult. I don't want to do a crooked, just a straight nose grind. That's the second half done. If I stay too far from the ledge, I can't ollie up onto it. And if I get too close, I can't get onto it either. Okay. It said crooked. I think it's straight enough to unofficially call it a nose grind. No, I cannot accept. Okay, was very improvised, but it somehow worked out. What did I even do? 360 bigger spin, I don't know, switch even. And I guess it would be a bit easier from a normal manual instead of a nose, but I'm committed now. Okay, that's as good as it's going to get. A very ugly kickflip to nose manual, but and I clipped the wall. Anyway. For quite a while now, all I've been skating is this park instead of the actual city maps. I think some of that is due to a lack of skill. Because in the city maps, like especially in New York, I feel simply getting around is difficult enough in of itself without constantly clipping on small curbs and road imperfections. And here you don't have to worry about it, you just can focus on the obstacles a bit more. Even though, well, not that I skate in real life, but if I would, I'd consider myself more of a street skater rather than park. Because I feel like the street maps are, or well, depends on your play style, but when I skate the street maps, I tend to focus more on spots and just sessioning specific spots. While I would rather prefer to skate like I do here, just flowing around and doing whatever. But like I said, I think I'm just not good enough yet to do that. I've never seen this before. There's not much you can do, although Teku could probably do a lot in just this little square thing. My apologies, I suppose, that I've been rambling mostly about other games, but I hope you can understand that it's kind of tricky to to provide continuous commentary over a game like this. Especially if you're doing 1 hour videos or thereabouts. That was not a tail slide. Pretty cool little line, if I say so myself. Both not the best execution, but better, I think. I do like, I don't even know what to call them, flip tricks into grinds or slides where they're kind of mind benders. So I'm doing a ferial heel flip. So the board is spinning counterclockwise, but I have to rotate clockwise to get into the nose slide. Somewhat unlikely nose or a blunt slide. I always try to do the same thing, and it never works out the way I want it. That's what I want to do, but then not so messy. Popping very low out of the first manual. And I'm not sure why. Maybe it's a speed thing, but if I give it 3 pushes, I'm shooting off like a rocket. Oh well. Good enough. I've kind of figured out how to do lip tricks finally. Still mostly just accidental stuff. It's a small win that I can get onto the coping at least. But what happens when I actually get there is it's always anyone's guess. No. I haven't touched this ledge. It's more of a low pop thing. But I'm not very good at low pop grinds. Because I'm not used to judging the distance for low pops, because it's you have to be closer to it. And it probably helps to give it some trigger rotation. And I haven't done much on this thing, even though I really like it. Because it's good for for late flip tricks. But for some reason I can't get the height. Or I get too much height and distance. I don't know how I used to do this, because usually they work better. Or I have to lower the push force a bit. How did I? It's very strange. Something must have changed. Because, I mean, I'm by no means a pro, but hard flip, late flips were definitely something I could consistently land here. And now I can't. Maybe that was one tick too much. Okay, I guess we're not doing those here or there. Or another likely possibility is that I'm not doing the late flip fast enough, which would explain something. See, it's... I don't know why it's not... or why it's so much more difficult than it used to be. I wonder if it matters which foot you do it with. Because I'm not being very conscious of whether I do back foot or front foot. Well, also do like back 180 double flips. It's not that easy to get them clean. Because either you miss the double flip or no, that's not what I meant to say. Either you way under rotate the 180 or over rotate. Okay. No comment. Let's not overdo them either. I guess that doesn't work. No, whatever. I feel like I'm kind of losing my touch, so maybe it's about time to cut this video short. It's kind of unusual. I don't know why I did that. I don't think I've ever done that, at least not voluntarily. Oh boy. I'd like to do one more thing, but I'm not sure what. Let's do nothing too techy because that would take too long. Let's do a kickflip nose blunt. It's close, but okay. Looked good to me. Yeah, happy with that. So that is going to be it for this video. I did ramble more than usual, but I tend to feel like I don't talk enough and that there are too many big gaps in between subjects or whatever. So I try to unleash my, or to, what am I trying to say? Trying to let my inner train of thought come out a bit more. even though it's not always related to the game itself. Okay, wait. Let's do... no. I'd like to do a switch. Kick flip nose manual, or let's do a heel flip nose manual. Big spin. Nollie big spin. No, fakey big spin. Confusing terminology. But yeah, that will be it for this video. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.